good. Okay, Vandals, we are back with some more Rocket League tonight. Tonight the Vandals, we have Boofless, Zach, and El Blastito playing. And we're going to be going against Boise State Club Blue, where they have Hey Rico, VDG, and Thank You.
I can't.
TY?
What's this one?
Ty? Ty? Yes. Ty, that makes no sense. Boise State is currently ranked #1, tied with George Fox University. So this match is going to take up the bracket.
So I'm Amelia,
And I'm Autumn.
and let's get into the game. Maybe.
Awesome.
I wonder how production's doing right now.
I think they're having a great time.
Alright, so at the game, we are at the Boise State side of the arena, and Ty just denied a shot from El Blastito and Boofless, trying to take it back over to the Vandal side, but actually no, they are successful. Boofless turns it around with El Blastito, but BDG is driving back. It's really kind of bouncing around in our corner. We really want to get it out of there. Hey Rico tried to go for a shot, but it posts. BDG goes for another shot. Zach went for a block, but overshot it. Thankfully, El Blastito is there with Boofless. BDG goes for another shot, but Zachman takes over. Demolished by BDG. Boofless takes control, but Ty blocks him mid-air by BDG. Trying to move the ball over to our side. Rico tries to chase it back to the Boise side. I think we'll say
Yeah. The Broncos.
the Broncos. Alright, here's Hey Rico with a little bit more control, passing between him and Ty with the goal. However, they do miss, and Zach and El Blastito are able to take control back. Here's Boofless, but not good enough as the Broncos keep it in their possession. Heading towards the goal, thankfully Boofless was there. He was about to bounce into the Vandal goal, but he's not able to keep enough control to take it back to the other side. There's BDG heading straight back to our goal, but El Blastito denies. Here's Ty trying to drive it in, but we had all three of our Vandals there. It's a solid defense, and the current score is 0-0. We still have 2 minutes left in the game. Nothing's moving right now.
You know, it's a good sign that we're able to keep up this defensive line against the Broncos. But
Yeah,
getting some points in would be great.
true. I mean, they're really good players. Here's Ty air dribbling that precision. However, it's not precise enough to get past Zachman. Oh, that was such a close shot by the Broncos, but thankfully Boofless was there at the last minute to take away that 1 point they could have gotten. Here's Hey Rico trying to go for another one, but the bounce misses, and Zachman and El Blastito are able to start moving back over to the Broncos side. BDG tries to bump it out. Here's Hey Rico trying to push it forward more. Oh, Ty goes for another shot, but it just barely misses at the wrong angle. El Blastito is here to control with an air dribble, but BDG just smashes it out of his hands? No.
Wheels?
His wheels. Ty saves from a shot from El Blastito. Hey Rico demolishes sorry. Hey Rico demolishes El Blastito. Here's another attempt by El Blastito to go for a shot. Boofless is there to make sure that they don't get it back to the Broncos side. There's Hey Rico with that defense. Very solid. Ty bounces it back, goes off the wall, heads straight for the Bronco goal. And Zach goes for a second shot. It misses. Here's Boofless and Ty trying to fight over the ball. Boofless sends the ball straight to the air, but it drops down. No shots have been made. It's still 0-0. There are 30 seconds left. So close to the Bronco goal. If we can just get a little bit more aggressive there. Ty steals the chance right out of Boofless's wheels. Going for a shot. Here's Boofless going for another shot. Can he make it? Oh no, Broncos are there. And Here's Hey Rico going straight for the Vandal goal, but El Blastillo has that solid defense. We are going into OT with a 0-0 score. Go Vandals!
Go Vandals! We have a lot of people in the lab too tonight, so lots of support.
Great. We love having an audience. Here's Boofless bouncing it back straight over to the Broncos side. Unfortunately, his aim is just off, and PDG is able to block it. There's Ty trying to send it back over to the Vandal side, and zooming towards our goal, but thankfully Zachman is there with Boofless acting as defense. VDG demolishes Zach. And there's Ty going for the ball on the Broncos side, trying to get an offensive take. However, El Blastillo and Zachman are there to counter. Here's El Blastillo going straight down the center. Ty blocks his shot. I'm seeing a lot more teamwork than we've seen in the last two Rico games from our Vandals. Posted! Hey Rico was not able to make that shot, just bounces off the top of the goal. Ty is chasing the ball back over to the Broncos side, trying to get to a VDG, turns it around, and dodges Zachman, but not... Oh! That was a beautiful play by Hey Rico, demolishing Zachman to allow VDG to get that shot in, making that the first point of the game in overtime after an entire minute.
That was a good strategy that we just saw from the Broncos there. They were just trying to get in there and push us away from our goals so that we could not have a strong defense there. But overall, that was a good round. But it shows that both sides are going to have to push really hard to be able to take the win here.
It was really good showing for the Vandals. I mean, there's such a difference in both ranking, skill, and experience that it's wonderful to see that our Vandals can put up this fight against such a big esports program.
100%, yeah.
Here's our production.
Coming to fix the audio issues you guys have been talking about in chat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you have chat up. That's awesome.
I do have chat up. I see all you.
Yeah.
Is that better, chat?
Oh, that's so much
Oh, nice. Woo! Looking good. We're looking good.
Okay,
Good job.
So we are going into the next game. It is now 1-1, and here we have Ty and El Blastillo at the center, but Zachman breaks that with a straight to the goal. However, he overshoots it, tries to go back with Hey Rico, and straight for the goal, but unfortunately saved. So Hey Rico is taking it over to the Vandal side. Whoa. A little bit.
A bit loud.
VDG tried to go for that goal. Thankfully, he was a little too hard on that corner, and it just wasn't the right angle. El Blastillo saves the second goal. Ty tries to go in, but that air dribble just wasn't strong enough. Here's El Blastillo taking it to the Broncos side, but Hey Rico takes over. VDG destroys Boofless. Just not the right timing for that. But now he's air dribbling over to the Broncos side. Can he make it? No, because it is saved by our Vandals. Here's El Blastillo and Boofless blocking another shot. Very aggressive plays from Broncos, but that's good. Thankfully, our Vandals are matching that energy. Ty and El Blastillo fighting for control. There's Zach just sending it over to the Broncos side. Not quite able to get that goal, but able to make that distance. El Blastillo backs him up, but Ty takes out the shot. Zachman is there, and Ty once again tries to take away the shot. VDG and El Blastillo are fighting over the ball at center line. Hey Rico takes over and is bouncing it toward the Vandal goal. There's Zachman. Ooh, beautiful defense by our players. There's Ty trying to take control once again, trying to get to that goal. Here's VDG helping him out, but not much movement is made. We are once again at 3 minutes with a 0-0 score. Beautiful plays by our Vandals, but unfortunately, Hey Rico was able to get past our defense and make that goal.
Yeah, no, that was once again, very, very aggressive round there from both sides. Doing a lot. This is going to be a pretty hard fight for the Vandals, but once again, just getting that precision down, trying to get those shots in, and I'm sure we'll...
A good clash in the center for the Vandals as Zachman is able to take it to the Broncos side. Here we are going for the goal. Unfortunately, Hey Rico takes control of the air dribbling skills that we've been seeing. Here's El Blastillo taking it away from him, but VDG just launches at the ball, sending it to the other side. Here's Boofless and Zach Man just on defense. I noticed El Blastido is there as well. A lot of movement, but not a lot of goals or progress being made either side. Oh, never mind. I had to say that.
Knock on wood.
Hey Rico was able to bounce it off of the wall from a help from Ty and make the second goal for Broncos. It is now 2-0.
Yeah, that was a very hard thing to avoid there for the Vandals. Just that wall play was very strong.
A little back and forth between Ty and El Blastido. El Blastido comes out on top with Hey Rico challenging him. Hey Rico goes for that air dribble straight to the goal, but Zach Man takes advantage of the space. Unfortunately, Ty clashes with him, and the ball loses into Boofless and Ty's control. Here we are in the Bronco territory. Free ball. Here's Zach Man going for it, but posted. But El Blastido goes in for the rebound and makes it 1-2.
Yeah, that was a good teamwork from the Vandals right there. El Blastido has a really good track record with hitting goals and stuff, so it was expected.
It was beautiful. I think we're giving a challenge to the Broncos that they didn't expect.
Agreed.
Here we are running up the wall. Hey Rico once again takes to the air with VDG, but they missed the goal. Boofless and Zach take over from there, but Ty takes center, and here's El Blastido countering that, kind of just bouncing back and forth with Ty. Boofless and Zach Man go on defense, able to block a straightforward goal. Thankfully, El Blastido tries to go for the Bronco goal, but Ty is there. Boofless takes over, and El Blastido demolishes Hey Rico, but Ty demolishes Boofless, allowing them to take back command of the game. Ty launches from center, however, Zach Man is on the other side of that pass. VDG tries to move it towards the Vandal goal successfully, however, he is not able to make that point. 1 minute is remaining as Zach Man takes to the air. Hey Rico challenges him, not able to get the ball, but he's able to redirect Zach Man as they go back towards the Vandal goal, and VDG is able to make a third point for the Broncos.
Yeah, no, this is getting to be a very intense game for the Broncos, for the Vandals here. Broncos have been playing hard. We've been playing hard as well. It's just all about getting those goals in and trying to keep the ball away and on their side of the court.
I think maneuverability is really big here. So here we have VDG with control. Unfortunately for him, Zach Man and El Blastido are there. Their teamwork is great. The ball is launched to the other side. Here's Hey Rico trying to get control. However, he loses it. Thankfully, his teammate VDG is there. And Zach Man starts taking it to the Broncos side with Boofless backing him up. But VDG is just everywhere and able to bounce around and get that ball out of the Vandals' hands. Here's Boofless taking it back, bounces it off the wall for El Blastido to try and take, but VDG is in the middle of chaos. It's chaos.
Yeah, while going back and forth, people are trying to get that last goal.
And there's 1 second left. Can they keep it in the air long enough to get a point? Oh, lots of tries here. I think Bronco also wants another point, but Zach is able to bounce it off from the ground. They're heading towards our goal, but unfortunately no one is able to make another goal as BSU takes the second win.
You know, it's clear that BSU was getting a bit feisty in there. That might be clear that they realized that we were pretty strong opponents here. The Vandals doing their best. They got a goal in this round, which was a pretty strategic one at that. So
yes,
there is a chance for them to crawl their way back up here.
Our first game was a 1-0. Our second game was a 3-1. I think this is looking pretty good for the Vandals. Not great because we're not winning, but
yeah,
pretty good. Here's the third game. Clash in the center by El Blastido and VDG. VDG destroys El Blastido. Hey Rico takes out Zach Man as they move towards the Vandal side. El Blastido tried to counter, however, was blocked. Thankfully, Zach Man was there, catching up. Here we have El Bastido on the Vandal side trying to block Hey Rico, but not able to get high enough. Zachman is there to help with defense, but Ty blocks his forward movement, but El Bastido is right behind Zachman, able to help out with Boofless. Ty blocks Boofless's shot, and the Broncos take to the air. However, our Vandals block their progress, their push forward. Once again, Boofless is there at the center with Zachman and Ty trying to take over the command of the ball. And here we have Zachman and Ty once again clashing. And Zachman in the air with Hey Rico heading towards the Vandal side. There's a nice launch by Hey Rico, but El Blastido blocks with Boofless, starting to push forward towards the Broncos side. Hey Rico sends it back, posted up top, and Zachman is there with VDG going after the ball. Honestly, it's really close to the goal. I'm not comfortable with that. Here we have Zachman taking advantage of the open space with Boofless on the other side to catch that pass, but Hey Rico is able to bounce it from there. El Blastido has an open goal. Oh, that was so close. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Unfortunately, it was the wrong angle for the Vandals to make that point, but it was so close. We can do it. We can do it. We just need it. Just a little bit more force. Zachman is over there taking on defense with Boofless against Ty and VDG, and Hey Rico is right under him. Boofless gets it over the center line, but Hey Rico sends it back to our side. And Ty tries to meet the ball in air, gets that command over the game, but loses it rather quickly, actually. Zachman was not able to complete that defensive play, and Hey Rico was able to make a score, making that 1-0 for the third game at 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
There was a lot of scrambling on both sides here, so I can see how people can get a bit sloppy at the end there, but that's okay.
Here's Boofless taking over the kickoff, but Hey Rico steals the ball back from him, going straight for the Vandal goal. Thankfully, it's posted up top, so he's not able to make that. And another push from the Broncos, defended by the Vandals. Posted once again. It is getting uncomfortably close to the Vandal goal. But here we have VDG trying to push it back onto the Vandal side. However, the Vandals have it in the Broncos, and we are pushing aggressively. Hey Rico takes to the air, but Zachman counters, bouncing it off to the side with El Blastido ready to support. Ty is there also trying to take the ball. Hey Rico successfully gets it away from El Blastido, but he is not able to keep control. There's Ty. Well, we're watching from Ty's view as Zachman and VDG battle over the ball, but El Blastido takes over, making sure that they don't get close. We're just in that corner right there. We need to get out of there to make any forward plays.
Up right now.
Here's some movement. Zachman is ready to move forward towards the Bronco goal. Here's Boofless supporting that with El Blastido right behind him. Nice teamwork by our Vandals. It's beautiful. We're back on the Broncos, on the Vandals side, and unfortunately, after some bouncing around, Ty is able to make a score with assist from Hey Rico.
Yeah, no, once again, that was another round where we were really doing a lot of pushback there. We were trying to get in there, and it just wasn't enough. But the Vandals still have a chance to pull themselves back in from this one.
That was a sick animation.
Yeah, no, I love that.
Here we are. We start off on the Broncos side. Zachman demolishes VDG. Unfortunately, the ball still gets into the Vandals side, but posted up top, thankfully, no goal made. Zachman takes over, dribbling forward, but VDG is aggressive in his counter. Hey Rico tries to go for the goal, but thankfully at the last minute, Zachman is able to rip it out of his control. Here we have El Blastido dribbling forward. Not much support other than Boofless, but Hey Rico steals the ball, is able to go to the air with support from VDG. El Blastido blocks from the goal. I don't like that. It's kind of a bit tight here. Thankfully, we were able to bounce it away just a little bit. 30 seconds remaining. Can we keep that defense up? Yes, we can. Good job, Boofless. Here we have Zachman just watching, and El Blastido demolishing Ty. Great, we need all the help we can get. VDG tries to go for a goal with help from Hey Rico, but Boofless and Zachman are solid in their defense, as we've seen. They're going to need to step it up a little bit more if they want that point in the last 3 seconds, which I don't think we're going to give them. Here's Boofless going for the goal, trying just in those last... Oh, we are in the last second. If it touches the ground, we won't. Unfortunately, without touching the ground, Hey Rico is able to send the ball into the Vandal goal, making it 0-3.
Yeah, that was, as I said last time, sometimes you just have to use the other team to make a point. But that was a really, really great match on the Vandals side. Even though we did lose, this BSU was ranked number 1 currently with 4 wins and 0 losses.
Yeah, I think we just made that 5.
Yeah.
I mean, we put an amazing fight up against BSU. They did wonderful. It was a 3-0 series, but you know what? I'm not disappointed in our boys.
No, agreed. We played very well. A lot better than I think a lot of us were expecting. Especially against BSU.
That was solid plays, great defense, amazing cohesion. Honestly, we were on point tonight, and I think we put our best foot forward.
And I think that this will hopefully carry into our next game, which is going to be November 6th versus George Fox University, who is also currently ranked number 1 because they are tied with BSU currently with 4 wins.
So if we were to win that game, we would become 2nd in the league, which would be nice.
Exactly.
That would be really nice. Oh wait, actually, would we be 2nd?
Wait, because it would be...
We're currently like 4th, so we would be 3rd?
No, we're 3rd. We're 3rd.
Are we?
Yes, we're 3rd. We are 3rd.
Oh, maybe. Oh, I was thinking about CS.
Sorry, we do a lot of games here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was looking at CS earlier today, and that's what I saw. But, so that is great. We are going to have another game, our JV Rocket League at 8. Can you tell us a little bit about that game?
Yeah, our JV Rocket League is going to be... Sorry, our JV Rocket League is currently ranked 2nd with 3 wins and 1 loss. They are going to be playing...
Wasn't it Montana Tech?
Montana. Yes, they're playing Montana Tech today.
The Ore Diggers.
Yes, that's a good name. Vandals versus Ore Diggers.
Interesting.
I like that.
I have high hopes for that game. We are ranked above them, yes?
Yes, we are.
Yes. So, it could be a very interesting game.
Agreed. So make sure to tune back in for that.
We have wonderful guests here tonight. But no one's talking to us, so I cannot give you any specific examples.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us on stream. We may or may not be going into break before our next game, but we will keep talking to you until we have confirmation.
Confirmation, yes. How's chat doing? Go Broncos.
Yes, the Broncos.
Be the ball, Vandals.
Yeah.
Be the ball. Thank you, Camel Leader.
Hi, guys. Coach interview.
A coach interview. It's been a while since we've done that. So, do you want me to do it or do you want to do it?
You can do it.
Okay.
You got this.
So we're going to have Great Britain come and interview with us right now.
I guess. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look like a break screen. Okay.
Hello.
Thank you so much for inviting me on for an interview. I feel so honored.
Well, I mean, thank you for joining us.
Of course,
I feel like it's a little unexpected for both of us, but thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
So, what do you think about the game that you guys just played?
Honestly, really impressed. Not
Yeah,
not just with our performance, also with BSU's. They're a good team. But I'm really happy with how we stood up against them. It's very easy to look at their ranks, being all grand champion, and look at that and see we're going to lose because that is such a great difference in skill between the just champ to grand champ.
Yeah.
But we put up a great fight. Obviously, we didn't get the outcome we wanted. 0-1 in the first game, pretty tough, and then getting our first goal in the next game was great. But Their defense was really solid, and unfortunately, our offense just wasn't enough to get through it. But that's just something to work on.
Yeah, how do you think your defense did? I thought it was really impressive.
We did a lot of really good things. I was really appreciating how our rotations were working out. We were also putting a lot of plays to each other's hands rather than giving it to the other players. So we kept possession when we needed it. The problem was that when it came down to like chaos moments, when things were all crazy, BSU was still staying in control and kind of having that extra hand to get those plays to go. The only times they scored were really on just tight maneuvers or a demo play where the ball just rolls slowly and it's pretty anticlimactic.
Yeah.
So they just had really good rotations and they knew when to hit bump plays because the majority of their scores were after bumps. Yeah.
How do you think you improved from the last game?
What did we do? I'm trying to remember what happened last game. Was that 2 weeks ago at this point or one? I can't remember.
I think you had a game last week.
Yeah. Oh, last week's game was good. It was a bit unevenly matched towards the Vandals, so we got a win, which I appreciate. But I think that playing more teams like BSU is really going to help us improve and see, like, this is the type of speed that we need to be moving at and things like that.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Do you have any other comments about, like, just the game or the players or individual performances?
I'm really happy with this team that we've got set up, especially between DeAndre, who plays as DD. We have Boofless as Seth, or Seth as Boofless, rather. And then Zach as Zachary. I just really like seeing them combine because they all are really talented players and seeing their strengths come in different ways. Just the amount of improvement that I've seen from the first game that we started back in November of 2022 till now, it's just really impressive to kind of see where they've come and just the amount of control, but also calmness that they bring. They don't get nerves. I feel like there was a long period of time where we had nerves going into games. But now when I see them, it's definitely a lot more calm and they're just going into it as another day of like, here we go, let's get it done.
That's wonderful. Thank you for joining me.
Absolutely. No problem.
And I'm sure that our viewers also appreciate your
input.
Your input. That's the word I was thinking of.
Well, I'll pass it back to your co-host.
Thank you. And I hope you enjoy the next game. JV should be up next.
Yeah, they're coming on at 8 o'clock. We were playing Montana or Diggers, so get ready for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I believe we are... I actually don't know what we're doing next. Break.
For me, party rockin'.
Okay, so
I was trying to
I can barely see. So thank you for coming back. We have a half-hour break coming up before our JV game.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah.